do that shit every show anyways, is talk about all the important stuff and neat stuff and laugh about stuff before we even start the show. Like we just did.
He says as he starts the show.
It's all about timing. Gotta make sure the timing's right.
Fluffy, make sure you tuck your shirt in. We might see your butt crack.
No, but the wait time thing is infuriating. It should be all or nothing, I think.
Yeah.
Now, you'd think if the system was able to handle whatever volume of e-forms they have, it could handle, a bigger volume. Isn't the code going to stay the same? You're just running it on more servers?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But here's the thing. That tells me that your year-long wait is due to the backlog of people with a pair of reading glasses, one hand, and a pencil and an eraser typing your shit in one letter at a time while they stare at it versus e-filing where you've done it already for them. So, like, if the difference is 1 year versus 1 week, and and it's e-files versus standard forms, then data entry is the only
bottleneck.
Bottleneck, yeah.
So is that what you're holding out for? Is e-file form force?
Yeah. No, I already filled out the form. We already filled out the form 4. I just got to do all the bullshit and send it in. It's fingerprints and photographs, and then figuring out what copy of what goes where is all I got to do.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
It's a royal pain in the ass.
It's even worse, the trust. That's why I'm like almost thinking about kind of like abandoning my trust for like 6 or 7 SBRs so I can file them and get them back in no time,
Yeah, but even with the trust, it's a lot faster, right? It's a couple of weeks.
You can't file a trust e-file, can you?
Yeah, you can. We talked about this before.
I've done it.
I did send the paper in separate.
Yeah, that's right.
I did a couple of e-file form 1 for back when they had it open before. Form 4 is not open on e-file, is it?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's why you said you were holding out for that, so you didn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, GD Kula asked that in the thread too.
It might actually be. Yeah, I might actually get in the car and drive up to where he lives now and redo the whole form thing on the line instead as an individual. It's tempting.
I called the fucking ATF, man. They said my Lottie is still in background check.
What?
Like, what the fuck? It's been 8 months.
That's about right.
It's been 9 months.
Huh. Our form 4 is coming back faster than that right now?
I don't know.
Nah, the one I filed in February just came back like, what, 3 weeks ago?
February what did you file it?
I want to say the 11th.
I'm thinking it's because it's Jackass. This is his first transfer. It's probably taking longer, but I don't know.
Yeah. I guess did they tell you when they received it, or do you know when the check?
Yeah, I know when they received it, and I know when the check cashed. It's still in FBI background check.
Hang on, I'm checking out the NFA tracker. Form 4 trust.
They're very nice when you call.
Form 4 trust.
I think it's hilarious. Yeah. I think it's hilarious if they give you a serial number. Okay, here's a 4-digit number. Okay, here it is.
Yeah.
275 days is what they're taking right now.
That's 9 months.
Yep. So
you're right on schedule.
Yeah.
So I guess once it comes back from FBI background check, it's pretty much done.
Yeah. They mail it out and usually have it within a week when the background check's done.
So is it the FBI that's the fucking laggard here, not the ATF?
Could be, yeah. I don't know. No, I mean, actually, no, I don't think so. We just talked about how the whole backlog is data entry. So, I mean, it has to be.
Yeah, because it can't be the background check if the electronic ones are coming back in a week and a half.
Yeah,
Ops.
You might have electronic ones a flood of electronic ones edging out the or basically diluting the time for background checks now.
So when it's in background check, it's waiting for someone to actually type it in to push the button and get an instantaneous response.
No, you're probably past that point now.
Probably
actually in background check, yeah.
But to Bart's
point, how long has it been in background
instantaneous? Check? It's been like months.
Really?
Yeah. I called in September. It was in background check.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they only have so much electricity down there at the FBI.
Like, what the fuck? Can a man buy a goddamn 20mm cannon with peace?
You would think.
I'm starting to realize that stuff is big. And
Yeah.
it's going to
That's
take
because
us
you
the
didn't
road.
buy a 1919 first and you skipped straight to Canon.
Mm.
Yeah.
You have to build an addition.
I'm thinking the airplane hangar was a good idea. I should have did that.
Huh. Oh, we're live.
Yeah.
Been
I've
live
been-
for a while.
I'm kidding. It was the joke.
Bart snuck it in there.
Yeah.
I watched the yellow thing turn yellow.
Ah. Oh yeah,
I do
yellow
that.
thing.
I do that carefully because I pick my nose, and so
I thought that said evil. I'm reading it. I'm dyslexic, I guess.
It is.
No,
That'd be backwards. Maybe your glasses are inverting the image.
It actually says evil. Evil.
So who's got new guts? Bart?
I got a piece of one. This.
Ooh.
It's the picture window version of the user.
Yes, these were $99 from Sarco's like 2-hour sale on Black Friday.
Wow.
So yeah, it's in like unissued condition except for the hand grips. The hand grips are all kind of beat up. Like the top cover is completely perfect. The stock looks great.
Huh.
And beside the huge flame cuts in the receiver, it looks awesome.
Well, yeah.
Just imagine if this had all the shit that's missing, babe.
Yeah.
It's got the peekaboo kit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got speed holes.
But
So
I just have to
so
get.
you're like following in the footsteps of past.
Yeah, all this shit I buy, parts kits that never get made. I've got 2 AK kits, a set me kit, an LC kit.
It's awesome.
Do you have the whole LC kit?
Yeah, I have the entire thing, including the flat and the new barrel.
Nice.
Yep.
You can get our buddies at HMG have those handy dandy jigs.
I have the jigs too.
Okay.
I bought all of it.
So did
Except
you
I
find
got
the flat yet?
No. Fuck no.
I wouldn't be able to resist. I'd have to bend the flat at least.
I'd
be like, because then mentally it's almost done. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hard work's done. Now all I got to do is get somebody to make the gun.
Yeah. I have to get access to welder again and practice TIG welding.
I think Harbor Freight has them.
Pest showed me this really cool one on Amazon one time, like a while ago, and now I don't want anyone that one, and it's like $1,200. So
that's your
the yellow one?
Yeah,
I have that yellow one. It was $800, $700.
Huh.
TIG and stick and all that. Yep.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah.
The Harbor Freight has a newer. They've updated all their welders though, and they have a 240 volt TIG that's reasonably actually competent for $200 or something like that, and it would certainly get you through doing one of those. But you have to go through the hassle of finding a bottle and all that crap. But
yeah.
I think I got mine off Craigslist though for cheap as hell. It's way too big for, but whatever.
Oh, your saline bottle?
Chained it to my bench. No, argon.
Oh.
The inert gas part.
$85 for a big fucking tank.
The TIG. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Your count jumps here.
There's a whole. It's like buying a Luger though. You got to like. If I'm gonna buy this sketchy tank off Craigslist, do I get like I got to make sure it's not a fucking rental tank that somebody fucking just kept, and all this bullshit, and make sure it's still certified if it's an owner tank and a whole bunch. You can just go down and solve all those problems with money though, and
yeah,
you'll probably pay $300 for a tank. I'm guessing. I've not priced a tank in a long time, so don't know, but
No new
Yeah.
gats for you, Pest?
No, but I got 4,400 rounds of 7.60 by 25 in my truck that I bought at Big Sandy for 22 cents and had to go pick up the other day.
Nice.
I didn't
22
unload
cents is pretty cheap.
it. Yeah,
22
check.
cents is a good price. Yeah.
It's Yugoslavian on stripper clips. It's the steel case stuff.
Super cheap.
Supposedly nice and hot, fresh from
You
Century.
ever shoot any of that stuff I sent you?
Yeah, I shot some at Big Sandy last time actually, and it ran pretty good.
It worked okay.
Not 100%, but you know, like that gun. I can't tell if it's a gun or all the ammo's all the same and acts the same. But I shot it on some Chinese ammo once, and it ran like a top. And I'm thinking this Yugoslavian stuff might actually be or Czech maybe. It's on stripper clips. It's got to be Czech. Anyway, this new stuff also was hot and increased the cyclic rate of my buddies. This guy I bought it from has a Posty PPS 43, and he said it had a high cyclic rate and ran good. So
cool.
Yeah.
One of the few guns that the faster it runs, the better it runs, right?
Oh yeah. The PPSH is a weird fucking gun. It actually is better than almost all the sub guns I've ever shot, except that it has no red dot and isn't that, yeah.
Isn't light.
Well, yeah, it's heavy, but the slant brake at the front is actually very fucking effective. You can dump a whole drum into that big at 30 feet. Easy.
Nice.
Simple, like easy. Like you could clear a 747 with it without killing any civilians.
That'd be pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, them British kids did that one time with them MP5s, I think.
I don't remember that.
It was in the 70s, if I remember. But
that's probably I don't remember it.
I don't remember the 70s very well.
Neither do I.
I got two coming. I got a wonky British Webley revolver.
Did you buy the single shot one?
No.
No.
It was hot looking though, wasn't it?
What?
Yeah. Oh.
Like holy shit, that thing was in really good condition.
Ian just posted his finishing prices video for all the auction guns he's looked at recently, and there was a Webley that was a single shot pistol, but it looked like a revolver.
Huh.
Oh, does it have the slab? Like it's like a cylinder, but it's just a slab.
Yeah, one chamber.
Yeah.
So
like the old Colt Camp Perry revolvers.
Yeah, revolvers.
Yeah, those are cool. Yeah, those are pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some sane stuff.
And I got a Belgian Lepage semi-auto finally.
Sounds French.
Yeah, it's Belgian.
Sounds kind of gay, Lepage.
Yeah, Lepage. It's gay.
Huh.
But I needed one to fill out my collection, accumulation of 32s.
32 I didn't have yet, so
that's I think that's a semi-auto, not a revolver.
It is a semi-auto, yes. It's got a little bit of a fancy nose on it. It's got a little French styling curve to it. It's kind of cute. And apparently it's the first semi-auto that had a removable trigger group. Before like any of the, what is it, the TT and something else. So
SIG P320.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Oh, take it out, go ooh ah, and then put it back. So
it was SIG before SIG.
Yeah, they were down with the Cygnus.
So, having watched the VP70M video from Ian,
I haven't watched that yet.
Oh,
you're gonna spoiler alert.
No, I'm wondering if that gun was the first sheet metal slide pistol, or was it the SIGs?
The VP70?
Yeah.
It was the first polymer frame pistol.
Yeah, but they also made the slide out of sheet metal for the most part, except for a breech block that they either welded or pinned in or something.
Really?
It was
slide is heavy as
VP
fuck.
stands for Volkspistola or whatever, right? So they were so Ian in the video says that the whole point of that gun was H&K was speculatively inventing this pistol that could be made super cheaply for the people for when the Red Menace flooded through the Fulda Gap in the 70s. And it never happened, and they never sold many of the guns to Germany. But that was the whole point: was we can crank a shitload of these out when the Russians invade, and all the partisans can use them to decapitate Russians.
This is my German high point. How could this be sheet metal? This thing is heavy as fuck.
Do you have a VP70?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have
It's
well,
rolled sheet metal. That's the
Yeah.
It's
So
not necessarily sheet metal, and it's like a flat from an AK sheet metal. It's like
probably 2mm sheet metal.
Yeah,
and I don't have one, so.
Yeah, I have a VP70Z. I do not have a VP70.
Yeah. M stands for military and Z stands for pleb.
I have no idea how to take this apart. I'm gonna. Oh, there it is.
Pull it rusty. Projectile something into your crotch.
They're saying that's.
Yeah, so and it's sheet metal for expediency in manufacture, not for lightweight or whatever. They obviously
so is this
want
breech block welded in here or something?
I don't know how it's attached. I don't have one, but I'm sure you can determine that.
Yeah, it is.
It's probably TIG welded.
Tiny welds. Yeah, there's little baby welds on it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Oh yeah.
Monkey has a VP70, doesn't he too?
Yeah. Well, once he saw mine, he knew he had to have fine German.
Yeah, I think he was always going to sell it though. I should buy it from him sometime, but
the 20-pound trigger pull.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that video came out. I've been literally for over 20 years. I've wanted to know how that fucking stock worked with the it's 3-shot burst only, and the burst mechanism's in the stock.
So how does it work?
The counter mechanism's in the stock, and it's got a little clicker. It's like the count the people clicker for retail. Yeah. It just and it has the ratchet escapement system or whatever that I don't understand. Okay. So it clicks off 3 shots, and then it has a little plunger at the front of the stock that tells the gun to quit shooting after 3 shots, basically by punching a little button at the back.
Yeah, it's funny because it's polymer framed, and then the inside mechanism, like the barrel extension, is kind of sheet metal-y too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got like these two rails that come back here are very thin, and you can tell they were pinned on after.
It's a weld. Yeah.
I don't think it's welded. I think it's pinned. It might be welded.
It's a big ass barrel recoil spring there.
Well, it's a blowback 9mm. So remember, no locking breech. So what was the rate of fire on the
2,200 rounds per minute? It sounds like yeah, you should watch.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I had this fucking work thing I have to do now, so stick around all the time.
Man, those things are terrible.
I know.
I highly recommend not doing that if you have the means.
Yeah. I've enjoyed the hell of it for sure. I've been doing it for a long fucking time.
I still love the VP70 front sight. It's just so stupid.
Oh yeah, the trough instead of
it's a trough inside the
false post.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing ever. And that trigger. Oh, God,
but it works though, right?
Oh.
No, that was made to be cheap as shit and also effective as a. I love the fact that it's actually a 2-position feed double stack magazine in 1970 in a pistol. Pretty awesome. That thing was way ahead of its time. I mean, it had a shitty bullpup trigger long before there were really a lot of shitty bullpups out there.
That's true.
He also had he was at the H&K Grey Room, right? So obviously he had whatever he wanted there, but and they had the original the thing came with a plastic shoulder or stock, well, the stock is a holster just like the fucking C96s and all that shit, and that was funny as hell. I don't know. I wonder what it does on full auto without the stock.
It doesn't work.
Doesn't.
I
Oh, it's
believe you
some.
need the
Yeah.
stock.
It's semi only.
Yeah.
How is the stock act as the mechanism to make it full? Is this
It
like
has
some
it
pin
has
that goes in back?
the thing the slide pushes to figure out what it's doing, and then it sends feedback back with a pokey bit in the front. And that,
Yeah, it
like,
has something like it hooks in like in the back of the grip, right? There's like some notch or something.
Huh.
And there's a slot in the top too.
Yeah, up here.
So probably just hit some.
I mean, you can see the little mark on the pistol where you would Dremel that out if you wanted to.
Yeah. I think actually this I can't remember because it's been a couple days since I've seen the video, but it's letting the gun fire on full auto until it says no, basically.
Like literally, you can see the outline of where they would take that stuff out for the M. That's funny.
Yeah, they took the mold and made a filler block to
Yeah,
which has associated flash lines.
maybe Gunnit Rush project, huh?
Yeah, it's to re-enable it.
It's not the pistol that's a machine gun; it's the stock.
Right.
That's the registered machine gun.
I don't
Stock?
know.
It could
might
be.
be a two-stamp situation. I don't know. I don't think there are any transferable ones, of course, but
There might be one or two.
really?
Yeah.
That'd be something.
Oh, one of them re-welds.
This number comes back as a.
I mean, it was made in the early '70s, so it was definitely before '86. If somebody wanted one, they could have got one.
Yeah, I wonder what the price tag was. It because I mean the stamp being $200 would be like what, twice, 3 times what the gun probably sold for.
They were made to be exceptionally cheap, so.
No, but I think they didn't sell them that way, right? Because it's HK.
Well, yeah, exactly. All their guns all of their guns are made to be exceptionally cheap. But they're not sold that way.
All the money they save on machining a receiver goes into those rollers. They're very precise.
Yeah, well, they are, but grinding's a known science. It's not that hard.
No, I know.
That is such a complex design to freaking.
Don't give HK secrets.
You could just go buy a You could just go buy a centerless grinder and set it up and go. Buy some super hard fucking stock and get the diameter you want every time.
So I have to watch that video. I'll have to do that this weekend.
For sure.
To-do list.
So also today's video was a Rhodesian subgun. It was semi-auto only. So it was called the Ruzi, RHUZI. That was the joke anyway. It has a 2-piece bolt, but so it's got an Uzi telescoping bolt situation where, like, if you were to, it looks like it's this fucking long, and the breech block part is this long.
Well, I've got an Uzi bolt sitting here. It's pretty big.
You made that out of one piece of stock, you'd be wasting like 3/4 of the thing and whatever. So they took the breech face part of it and made the forward outside part of it that telescopes over the barrel as a separate part, and the bolt handle goes between both of them and locks them together to give the breech face more mass, basically. And
is that how the Uzi works?
No, the Uzi is all one piece, but it has, like, they put a large chunk of the bolt goes ahead of the barrel, the breech face, to give it more weight so that it flow back right. So
yeah, like this.
There you go.
Yeah.
So they
see how much that's hollowed out.
Yeah, and they put it on the mill and did 3 operations. It looks like to get at least.
And it's got a hole all the way through it.
Yeah, you got.
And then if you look at the bottom hole, so that the barrel goes all the way back to there. So
yeah. So picture they took out the middle bit, and then just when you put the charging handle in, you're putting a pin that goes through both pieces, so that you can make a small part and a big part that is hollow, like from tubing or whatever. And
They didn't
that
file
was a
down
good
the
idea.
firing pin on this one. Some of the other guys, their kits had their firing pins filed down.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Or I think one of them did.
Interesting. Ian's videos are fucking great. Just to because I think his focus and what drives him is like differences in manufacturing techniques and mechanisms, efficiencies and stuff like that, or complicated, excessive complication, and all of the stuff he's done so far is basically accentuating the differences between all these different ways of making a gun work, and I think it's really cool. Learned a lot from him. I'm totally a shill.
Yeah.
I want to father his butt, baby. Not really.
That was not a visual I wanted to see. Fucking.
Have you seen my Christmas sweater?
No.
It's handmade.
Yes, I have then. There was a picture sent, I believe. In time.
That beard's just an extension. That's what people don't.
Yeah. It's my...
Oh shit. I guess I did. I bought that AMT Auto Mag last night.
Did you?
Yeah, for like $525 shipped, so wasn't too bad.
Wow.
I thought it was cheap enough to not waste around trying to bid it up, so whatever.
Oh, you bought it now?
Yeah.
Unlike that other gun that you missed.
Yes.
I told you.
That all happened with like a span of like 15 minutes too. Because as soon as it was on, I'm like, oh fuck, dude, I'll just bid it up above their minimum, And as soon as I fucking got close to it, the cocksucker bid the buy now.
He's like, oh, that's enough of that.
Yeah. He still had to pay like $100. It was quite a bit more than what I was currently bid at, but
I don't remember what gun was that.
Oh, I thought it was one of the. Hold on, let me see my recently watched ones.
Got it.
Armalite? No.
Oh yeah, it was the assault rifle.
What?
Yeah.
Armalite assault rifle.
Or was it the early Gwyn Bushmaster?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, rare early generation Bushmaster Gwyn AR.
Went for what, $810 or something?
$850.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think Tuna bought it.
Nah.
That would be funny though.
Egan says Limp Bizkit is heading into the studio for a new album.
Somebody else that only had 18 items bought off Gunbroker bought it, so it wasn't somebody that was really, and they hadn't had any bids before at all. So they just must have saw it too. So,
well, this is a no-brainer. Boop.
Yeah.
I have like 80 guns bought off the Gunbroker.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's
There's
like
people with like hundreds.
That's only like 75 more than me.
Yeah, I've only bought like 2-3 guns off Gunbroker.
Those people get marked for selling them though too, not buying them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Selling is for.
But that's why those people have thousands.
Only the poor sell guns.
Only the quitters. How about the Nagant? Don't you have a Nagant coming?
That guy got back to me with the text and he said, the pictures are on my PC. Can you message me back through Arms List so I can give you the messages or the pictures through Arms List? So I haven't got back to him yet.
No. Not the rifle, the pistol.
I sent in a check for that like before Thanksgiving, but I finally got an FFL though.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what you said. You found one by your house.
Yeah, right in town, like literally 2 miles from my house.
That's the best.
Yeah, I'd seen him before. So I went to go talk to him, and I'm like, well, how much you charge? Like, I don't charge anything. It's my hobby, too. And I'm like, well, fuck yeah.
I love to fill out forms.
Yeah, he's an old dude. He asked me what I'd bought and all kinds of stuff, and asked me to write down my name and my phone number because lots of times them bastards don't send in who the gun's for. And
that's true.
Apparently, the mayor of my town has also transferred at least 300 firearms through him.
Well, you got to get to know the mayor.
I already know the guy because he does a crossing walk on the other side of the street where I walk my kids to school. Just another block down.
Maybe if he's gonna rat you out for how many guns you got, you probably shouldn't use that guy.
Yeah,
there should be attorney-client privilege happening there.
But he didn't say his name. He said the mayor. So,
oh, it could have been anybody. It could have been
it could have been
of the Dunkin' Donuts next to what the fuck was that app where everybody was the mayor for a week on Facebook? You could check in at some fucking. I don't know if it was Facebook. Anyway, my buddy became the mayor of his dermatologist, and I'm like, dude, are you seriously? Why would you tell everybody how many times you went to the dermatologist? Like, fucking dumbass.
That's really dumb.
He's a really smart fucking guy, but like, I got so many check-ins here that I'm famous now on Facebook. Anyway, it went away quickly, but. So I don't remember what the fuck
my guy's same thing, Bart. He's like maybe 2.5 miles, 3 miles away.
Yeah.
And he's fucking great. He texts me when stuff comes in. He texts me stuff. It's just awesome. Yeah. He does charge me though. So
I'm sure this guy. I didn't look at the FFL at all, the sheet he gave me, but I'm sure he doesn't have can't transfer NFA stuff. Or I'd be very, very surprised if he did.
Yeah.
Just because it seems pretty, I guess I'm assuming things.
They can't.
They can't think the flood and probably wouldn't do that shit. But that's just my own perceptions, which I shouldn't ever. Yeah.
Well, they can transfer ATF stuff. They just or NFA stuff. They just can't do it tax free.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Has to be a Form 4 transfer.
I think a dealer-to-dealer Form 4 is faster than we need FC here. I'm sad that he rage quit. But I think a dealer-to-dealer Form 4 is faster than a
well, I made the Savage Burn, and then you said Savage Burn. So
yeah, I mean,
it was a team effort.
I'm pretty sure I'm the straw that broke the camel's back on that, but
it just seems so short, and maybe just having a bad day.
Yeah, I think
had a bad day. Anyway,
and the funny part is I can't invite him back to the group because he left.
Yeah, anybody can't you?
No, I tried. I posted the message I got when I tried doing it.
Oh.
It's like, hey, this person left. You have to know their phone number, and they have to know your phone number, and all this stuff.
No, you just go add members.
Yeah, okay. I tried it.
But he's not on the member list.
No, but do a search. You'll find him.
I don't know what his fucking stupid screen name was because they're all so dumb.
Bob.
We're still Facebook friends, so I guess it's not. Not my fault.
It's not a total breakup.
It must be complicated at this point.
It's not him. Huh. Oh well.
Remember K? Bob K. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I got it. Yeah. I don't know why. Whose fictional name is that, anyways?
Somebody from The Office. It was one of the bosses after Michael.
It does say the same thing, huh?
Yeah.
It's probably because, Omni put the group together.
No, actually, I put the group together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's dumb.
I don't know what to tell you. That's how he works. I don't know if he knows that.
Probably not. I mean, we could all just you could text him his normal throwaway phone number, whatever. Yeah.
I got to do user testing today. Ooh, boy, is that fun.
Testing users?
No, testing the software for users. Simulating a user type object.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The $60 million man is here.
It was like Beetlejuice. We said his name 3 times. And bang, there he is.
Steve, I have a question. Are dealer-to-dealer Form 4s faster than pleb tier Form 4s?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You sound morose. What's going on?
I had friends like you. You'd be morose too.
Oh, bullshit. Jesus H. Christ.
We didn't realize you were such a delicate little flower.
Yeah.
I mean, I did that deal with Tim the shithead, and those forms went out right around Thanksgiving of last year, and they came back in January. So,
okay.
I mean,
So no.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's fast. Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, if you want to use that data point, sure. But, I mean, as a general rule of thumb, it's hard to put a number on that because there's so few of them.
Yeah, you'd have to find somebody crazy enough to do one.
Because, I mean, most people they'll spring for the $500 to get the SOT. Most. Yeah. I mean, provided you're only doing 3 items a year.
It seems way cheaper and
more
fun.
So that's that. Why do you ask?
Just out of idle curiosity, which is why I asked. So.
Okay.
Just those oddball questions we have every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, and the one previous data point that we have supports it, but that's really about it.
I was just telling these guys I'm never getting my Lottie still in background check.
Still limbo. Nathan says a lot. My SOT uses a lot of Form 4's SOT, and yes, they're almost always faster. There you go.
That's a very strange.
I mean, we can't guarantee that, but I mean, the data.
Yeah.
The data is so limited, and the situational. The situation is so limited that it's not really a thing.
Or mileage may vary.
It's all a weight. That's all we have.
Previous performance does not predict future outcomes.
Where something else? Somebody asked something out in the threads about Silencer Shop e-file Form 1 shenanigans, and they never followed up on that. So, anybody hear anything about that?
Is that supposedly what got eForm shut down in the first place?
I don't know.
I've been saying that's going to be an issue for a long time, and no one's listened to me. And
that's the trouble with any time you give an opportunity to somebody who's smarter than you.
Oh, wait a second.
No. The problem is they're dealing with the government, and basically their system is saying we are smarter than the ATF. And guess what happens when the ATF says we don't like that?
It's accurately demonstrating that it's smarter than the ATF, and ATF's like, oh, wait a minute, we're an organization with lots of inertia, and furthermore, we were told that we could listen to our music at a reasonable level while we're collating.
He replied with the post. It says, just got a call from Silencer Shop about a Form 1 submitted through eForms. And basically, anyone who has done this will receive an email shortly to rectify. Apparently, the ATF does not like the Silencer Shop checking the certification box and has denied all of their new e-form submissions.
Ooh.
What's
So
the
the-
certification checkbox?
No idea. I haven't done an e-file. So the email you should receive is literally just checking a box. Once that's submitted, you can expect wait times to be on par with other e-form submissions.
So I'm going to throw this out. So if Silencer Shop is automatically checking these boxes on a Form 1 and they're getting rejected, how come when they do the kiosk where Silencer Shop is automatically checkboxing everything else, it's approved?
Oh.
Ah.
Either way, though, it's just a correction situation, and ATF is actually very quick with correction situations.
That's true, but they're correcting a situation that shouldn't have been screwed up to begin with.
Yeah, apparently they give him like a $75 rebate and swag if you let them know what happened to you.
Huh. I got falsely certified by Silencer Shop.
All I got
was this lousy T-shirt.
and an extra 7 days in an already fucking wicked short wait time.
Yeah.
What was the wait time like when you worked at the shop you worked at like a long time ago?
We didn't do NFA stuff at all, but there was, so I don't know. Oh, I mean, I might know incidentally that. So back in the 90s, I think it was only like 3 months or something like that. But
it depends on who you talk to. I've talked to
purely
guys
anecdotally.
they were buying back in the 90s, and stuff was taking a year. And then I've talked to guys that were buying in the 90s, and it was like 3 months.
And there's, obviously the campfire story is a big Sandy, where if you know senator or whatever, your shit got done in 3 days.
Yeah.
But
Pawn shop, you say that all the time too.
You have to remember, this is, 10, even up as recent as 10 years ago, your examiner was determined by the first letter of the trade name. So if you were ABC Guns, everybody, all the A's got one examiner, and all the Q's got another examiner, all the Z's got another examiner. So the examiner workload would vary based on how many dealers that they were assigned to. So of course, the guy who's doing Z's and Q's and Y's are going to be doing less than the guys doing A's and B's.
Yeah, they are that dumb. Yeah, okay. S. I got S.
How come the S guy's so fucking slow?
Yeah.
That if you go back on ARFCOM and you look in the archives,
I'm not going there.
As far as
so you're selecting your NFA FFL for odd character names or what like.
Yeah. You basically go back, not even 10 years ago, and that was the metric to which lead time was calculated by which examiner got it based on the letter.
I went with QZZX LLC.
Right.
In 2011, when I got into this, finally got around to getting into this, it was the examiner was assigned to a state or a region or whatever.
Correct, and that they switched over, so they basically gave like all of Arizona to one person, all of Texas to one person, et cetera, and it's been that way ever since.
You could go on her Facebook page and see if she was on a cruise in the Caribbean or not. Like, oh fuck.
But then on top of
That's another level of stalking right there. When you intrude into someone's life to see if you can get your governmental
What
form
the
signed.
fuck are you doing at Disney World? Get your ass back to the office. Fucking approve my form, asshole.
But then on top of that, you have like certain states like Arizona. Arizona would get assigned one person. And then when Arizona got too much work, they'd skim 10 or 15% of the forms off the top and hand it to other examiners and redistribute it. So there is still no guarantee that you were going to get that examiner.
That Montana guy was like living large.
Like, Montana?
No, North Dakota.
Montana, Massachusetts, New Jersey, all of those guys.
But you're assuming though that they only had one state, but they only had like 10 examiners back then. So
yeah. So you would have an examiner like they get like Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and
but back then they didn't have near the amount of volume of things coming through either, with like SBRs and cans, and
That's true.
I mean, it couldn't even be like, I don't know, it couldn't have been much because cans weren't really a thing until like the last.
Well, just think about it. In
I
1970,
mean, I have the chart of examiners by state taped to my wall. If you guys want to look at it one day.
in 1970, $200 was a fucking lot of money just to get a little bit of a shorter rifle.
Yeah, you're literally paying more to get less.
Yeah, everything back then was probably machine guns and silencers. If any silencers hardly at all.
Silencers were rare. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the occasional SBR because, like, for instance, even you look at shitty states like Massachusetts, you can't have a silencer. You can have a machine gun, and you can't buy an SBR, but you can make one.
Well, even now?
Even now, yeah. You can form one. You can form one an SBR in Mass. And actually, post 41F, it's actually easier to form one in SBR in Mass because you don't have to go get a Chief Law Enforcement Officer certification.
Right.
Nice. So as long as we're talking about regions in the United States, this came up because we were talking about Midwest stuff a minute ago, which is actually not so Northeast. Can we call Virginia the Middle East?
The Far East?
No, the Middle East. Because it's in the middle of it.
Well, then North Carolina is like really Middle East.
Yeah, it's the southern Middle East. Idaho's the Midwest.
You can't call Maryland the Middle East.
Actually, Wyoming's the Midwest.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
Well, the Midwest, wouldn't that technically be like Oregon?
Oh, actually, yeah. If the middle, if actually
middle of the West.
Yeah, if Virginia's the Middle East. I mean, if we're talking about Midwest, then that's Idaho or Utah or whatever. But middle West would be the top of California. Yeah. Wait, Alaska counts too. So yeah, Oregon.
Well, I mean, Hawaii's out there.
No, it's actually. Oh yeah, actually, in Alaska is right.
Hawaii's like way south, though. It's surprising.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Not really.
Are you talking about out there geographically or politically? Because that could go either way.
No. Hawaii's right out there next to Alaska.
Well,
tucked away all down there.
Yeah, like on the corner of the map.
Yeah,
it's fucking far away. I know that.
The coastline on the eastern side of Alaska is really straight, though. It's really strange.
We've every time I coastline
on the eastern side of Alaska.
Yeah, on the map it's down there by Hawaii all the time.
That's perfect. One of them straight shot glaciers.
Straight shot.
Very weird, yeah. I mean, it's a freak of nature, obviously. This is the world's straightest coastline.
It's the only coastline that doesn't get longer the more you measure it.
Dude! This guy fucks.
Right.
Yep. Fractals and whatnot.
Yep. Fractal tree indexes.
Jesus. Glug, 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 glug. So what else we got to talk about?
What were other topics? One topic was the hockey pucks. The other one was Detroit's ammo tax.
Oh yeah, the Detroit ammo tax. Yeah. Yeah, this is a brilliant piece of legislation.
Yeah.
We will fight gun violence by making bullets more expensive in our small geographic area that people can't possibly drive outside of.
We will fight ammunition taxes by making bullets. I used to smoke roll your own cigarettes back in the day because I made $7 an hour and they didn't fucking charge federal tax on they only charged that on cigarettes and cigars, so fucking rollies were cheap.
I know some college kids today that still do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they probably have penny farthing bicycles and shit, but I mean, I'm sorry. For tax purposes?
No, I think because it's cheaper. Yeah, it's cheaper.
Oh yeah.
Because what cigarettes are like $8 a pack or something.
Well, according to some of our friends, they're $12 a pack, which is outrageous. Because I just went to the store and bought some for like $7, and even then that was considered outrageous. But this was like 2 years ago to 7-Eleven. So
yeah, but they're in a lefty paradise. So of course
it's a different.
Yeah, they're in a place where people think taxation actually solves problems.
I like that. That's a good way of looking at it, Pest. Cool, buddy.
We'll make lots of money, and the people that we don't like will be like butthurt about it. And
I think in Sydney, Australia, they're like $21 a pack.
In New York, they're like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's totally.
That's expensive. Should just smoke dope instead.
Yeah, at a certain point, it's going to be cheaper. So,
nah. Here's the thing: the state governments have realized that people are willing to pay prohibition prices for shit, even though there's no prohibition anymore. So, the tax rates on that shit's so high that you're not paying ditchweed prices. You're getting premium crap, but not. I have friends that do this, but
asking for a friend.
Yeah.
No, I tried really hard to like pot. It turns me into a retard. I mean, literally an idiot. And so no, but my point. Oh yeah. So, but the kids with the medical cards and the kids in the recreational states are paying fucking premium cartel prices for free as the air, fucking unregulated. Well, not unregulated, but
it's not that easy to grow decent stuff. I don't think. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it in their basements.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem. The prohibition has been so unsuccessful that everybody's too fancy to smoke ditchweed.
I think
I'm accustomed to getting a far higher grade of fucking canoe harvested African bizarro strain fucking voodoo weed. So I have to have the best fucking crazy named thing that somebody came up with last week, fucking strain, because my white privilege or whatever, I don't fucking know. Like, yeah.
No. Demanding a higher quality pot, that is pretty much the most.
Demanding a higher quality pot pretty much says that prohibition is a complete fucking failure, because if prohibition was even working a little bit, you would be super happy to get whatever the fuck you could.
Agreed.
I'm anti-prohibition, for the record.
Apparently, Las Vegas has opened up the world's largest recreational marijuana store.
They would open up.
I wouldn't doubt it. There was already
They realize the margins are insane.
You know what would be terrific if like they just like the people of State Line, Nevada just trolled the fuck out of everyone, and they just like made a big like gate that said entrance to the world's largest marijuana store, and it just put you across the state line into California.
Nice. Yeah, they looked at the margins and were like, "Fuck this gambling shit. We can make some real money."
Yeah. Everybody's finally onto the fact that only the hardcore fucking rejects are doing slots now. So
marijuana has the world's largest house advantage.
Yeah.
Fluffy's laughing because he's seen me in my hour of shame.
It's even though it's a huge tourism business there, because even like the Ubers and cabs, when they come and bring people to the dispensary gives them like $10.
Yeah, so it's basically it's like a strip club where
Spiff 'em,
the cab driver gets a kickback.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the dispensaries are doing pretty good, which means the margins are insane, which means competition is going to be great. So as soon as federal, anyway, yeah.
From people I've talked to in states that have legalized recreational, though, the private dealers are still they're not gone. They're still
Really?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they can undercut the state.
Now oh god, so we're gonna have the whole revenue or
because they'll pay taxes on it. Yeah,
moonshiner fucking running weed.
Yeah, the ATF's coming on your door, baby.
Get off my land, revenuers.
Yeah, not ATF, TTV.
That is interesting, because I wonder at what point you'd have to, well, anytime you probably sell it to someone else is when you get caught, is when you get in trouble.
Now I've never sold drugs before, but I imagine that if you have a dispensary and you've got a license to have a dispensary, very much like my license limits me to business on business premises, your dispensary can't just roll up at 12:30 at night and deliver some marijuana.
It could if it was 24-hour dispensaries. They have liquor stores that do that. They could do that with weed easy.
In Vancouver, they have Asian kids on bicycles that bring you weed in the middle of the night. It's awesome.
Yes, but, I mean, I don't know how that works, but how do I phrase this?
My brother was a wake and baker for a while.
In my area, you cannot sell liquor. You cannot deliver liquor. It has to be picked up in the store. So you can't even have a fucking keg of beer delivered.
Thanks, ATF.
So, well, no, that's not a federal law. That's
is it going to become the BAWTFE?
Beer of alcohol, weed, tobacco. You guys only do wacky tobacco, or is it?
No, they do regular tobacco too.
BAWTTF.
What happens if they throw shrooms in there?
And sometimes E.
Yeah. Yeah, psychedelics, weed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get all the letters. Plob that stuff.
That's what you sound when you're on all of them.
I gotta make a call down to Ab Kadefki Jekyll Monopker Stuvixes to see if my fucking transfer's going through or not.
It's not a stamp anymore. It's a rave bracelet.
Good luck counterfeiting those.
Maybe they should just call it the Bureau of Molecules.
Mm.
The Bureau of Selectively Shaped Molecules.
Yeah. That could be every single bureau in government, though.
The Bureau of Prohibition.
The Bureau of Pro Molecules and the Bureau of Prohibition Molecules.
Yeah. Anti-Fun Squad has a new meeting, though.
Yeah. Oh, Anti-Fun Squad. Yes. I hadn't heard that one before. If it's fun, we'll put a fucking
Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, Explosives, and Cannabis. If we have an E and S, that's BAT.
Fat feces. Chemicals.
Those would be Jacks.
So, FC.
Yeah.
How's the world of fashion?
Go to hell.
Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong. I just can't live without you.
Who's saying that?
I don't know. Bee Gees or somebody with a falsetto idiot singing.
Shame on you. I believe it's Player.
I don't like falsetto shit.
Player? Really? Is that a thing?
Yeah, Player.
Holy shit, I just got a Battlefield ad on Facebook.
Because you were singing Baby Come Back.
Sexually inappropriate, offensive, prohibited content, misleading or scam, false news, political candidate, false news.
False news. That is a very refined way of putting it. All right, so the career day coordinator called back today, and he said I am definitely approved to speak at career day in February if I would like.
And you've
Definitely take an Uzi. Take two.
Yeah, you've
They're
cleared
small.
the skids
Oh
to
no,
take
you got to take two. You got to take the full size and the minis to show the kids the difference.
See, kids, this is the one that you shoot yourself with when the instructor gives it to you, and this is the one you don't.
No, it's not this. It's not the one you shoot yourself with. This is the one you shoot the instructor with.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
The difference.
Are you going to do the
case,
thing
you're
like
dead. The other case, the instructor's dead.
Are you going to do the thing where like the DEA agent did, where he shot himself in the foot while he was talking to the kids in school?
Oof.
You know, this is
As far as I know, I'm the only one.
Yeah, it's qualified to own this gun. Boom! I gotta go now.
Oh, that's hubris. Shot you in the femur.
Oh my god. This is why I don't tell you guys anything.
Anybody with a Facebook account should be following
You-
Texas Machine Gun.
just
and
say you
Ordnance.
didn't-
These guys are so fucking cool.
Texas.
Seems
what?
like you tell us everything, not the opposite.
That's the joke part.
Oh.
Texas Machine Gun. What?
Texas Machine Gun and Ordnance. I'm pretty sure it's like a 2-dude FFL in Texas.
Basically, it's
registering grenades and shit. It's
basically
awesome.
it's a repository for great firearm memes. That's what it is.
Oh, they have the best memes. They obviously have.
They also have the best shirts. Did you see their shirts?
No, I didn't realize they had shirts. Well.
Oh, hang on, Pest. I gotta show you their shirt.
Why is everybody?
I
have a
can go
shirt
find
now?
their shirts.
Is their
I love
hashtag
shirts.
game strong though? That's the
Yeah.
So today they posted a California compliant machine gun M16. It was awesome.
Which is funny because machine guns are legal in California.
If you suck enough dicks, yeah.
Is that how many dollars it takes?
Mm. You have to suck
What-
a Weinstein dick in it.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know, right? Find it for.
Texas Machine Gun and Ordnance.
Glorious. They have the best memes. They are getting the rarest memes.
Are they as cool as Brothers in Arms?
Fuck you. Why are you confusing our viewer like that?
There's 16 viewers. We were up to
That-
20 at one point, but
My
That
neighbor
fucking
called me
show.
again yesterday and was like, "It's on, it's on. Go turn it on. History Channel. Go turn it on."
Go
I'm like,
do
dude.
your neighbor a favor and go explain how stupid it is. Show him.
Check your chicken telegram.
We put a funnel on a shotgun and called it a blunderbuss, and then we made it look like it was way more powerful because it had a fucking funnel stuck to the front of it. Like, ugh.
All right, we taking wagers on whether HMD is doing an update this Friday.
ooh,
They've been silent for a long time. haven't
I'd
they?
actually put money on that. They're not gonna.
It's almost 2 months.
Check your
It's
telegram.
almost 2 months.
I mean, you're way past your chargeback date. So I mean, what's another 2 months?
Oh no! You're well within your chargeback date.
What?
Sure. If you're with American Express, they will bend over backwards to suck you.
Yeah.
I don't have double rifle TXGI. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
What? How are you gonna assault a Catherine Buffel?
I know. I'm waiting to buy a 4-bore. There was one for auction, and it went for more money than I wanted to spend.
Dude, that would
I-
actually be double.
live-
Well, you could get a single shot 4-bore. I mean,
I gotta live out the book, man. You know, it's what I live my life by. It's next on the list. Double barrel.
Jesus
four-board.
H Christ, man! You are. I thought I was fucking hardcore. You're fucking hardcore. This guy fucks way more than I do.
Maybe I'll go to that. What is that hunting show they have in Vegas, where they have all the double
Safari
rifles?
Club.
And all yeah, that fucking thing.
Kato goes to it. Brogel always wants to go. I think he might have went once. The
Yeah.
Kato's with like a bespoke stock maker and goes there. So
Yeah, you got to have some. You got to be ready to spend some serious.
Kato does fucking tight ass work.
Yeah.
I'm still a little confused about the whole cap stock extension thing, but I mean, it looks nice. I guess.
What?
Cap has a Remington Model 8 that was cut down and had a big giant recoil pad on it, and so he wanted the stock extended to normal length. So Kato's making an extension for it, and it looks like it has a nice extension on it.
yeah.
Yeah, well, that's all you can do. So, yeah.
Well, you could replace the stock.
Well, there's that. Yeah. Well, but yeah, it's probably cheaper to have somebody who's really talented make an extension for your stock just to make a
Right.
especially semi-auto. I mean, like
Right.
stocking a semi-auto is not easy.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of money to
You
do
did say
for a
Remington
parts
Model 8.
skin.
What's that?
You said a Remington Model 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. I second guessed myself a little bit there.
In God's caliber, 35 Remington. Shoots through trees.
It has to.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can hit your deer, right?
Shoot shit
Bucking those branches.
That's it. Those trees are 90% branch. I don't know if you ever noticed that. If you're trying to hit a golf ball through one, you'll see.
90% air is what it's supposed to be.
No. You try to put a golf ball through one, tell me it's 90% air. Every fucking time you hit a branch.
I've golfed quite a bit and have hit through trees quite a bit, unfortunately. So I can sympathize.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bart, for someone who likes beer as much as you do, I'm surprised you don't golf, because all golfing is an excuse to drink beer all day.
Yeah, but I got better things to do in the summer than fucking golf.
Yeah.
I drink beer when I bowl in the winter when you can't go outside. Golfing's okay, but I'd rather do other productive things. It's fun to go. It's no doubt fun to go get drunk with your buddies, but it wastes like 4 hours a day, most of the time spending your time looking for a ball, not even near the fairway.
Or waiting for the people in front of you who seem to be taking forever.
Yes, a twosome that were out running with 4 drunk guys. Okay, what the fuck are you doing?
Just play through. Who cares?
Yeah, that takes even longer. Playing through almost takes longer than anything else.
Just
Because you're stopping play completely for like, yeah.
Yeah.
And
The only good
usually,
answer is a 5:45 tee time in the morning.
Yeah. Jesus.
or
'Cause
go.
There's fucking one course out on Long Island. I think it's like Bethpage Black or something like that. There is a spot in the parking lot that lets you sleep in your car overnight, and at like 4:45 in the morning, one of the course staff will come over, knock on your window to wake you up and give you your tee time.
They do that at St. Andrews.
They could just have a fucking, a computer that would let you book your tee time, and maybe even auction, like bid for your tee time if it's that fucking popular.
That's actually how New Jersey does it. It's you have to call in and get it's a lottery thing. So
Wow.
you can't make a tee time ahead of time. You have to call the night before.
You also can't pump your own gas.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's a market to be exploited there.
I know, right? Like there should be, if tee times are this fucking important, there should be a fucking auction site for
Well,
it.
it's a municipal course, and the last time I golfed there, I think that the fees were $105. So I think they're doing okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that's not terrible, but it's not.
But do they have a helipad?
I think they might. I think
municipal
I think they might.
course. Holy fucking shit. All right then.
They do LPGA tour games there. It's a pretty nice course.
Yeah.
The one I used to golf at, Bart, what they would do is they would start taking reserve tee times, I think at like 7:30 in the morning, and then they would also have tee times that were like you were the first off or the second or the third off, like up to like 10 groups that would go before the reserve tee times. And so it varied on when the sunrise was. So like you were like the first one after sunrise, second one, third one. So they did that. That was kind of cool. And everybody that did that, you know, was fucking moving. They weren't dicking around. So
yeah, these are the serious people that want to fucking get their game in and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. My father-in-law's like that. He plays like in the summer. He plays like probably, I don't know, at least 3 groups. It's insane. On the weekends, he'd do 5 to 7 rounds of golf every weekend, minimum.
Fuck, it's a lot of golf.
Yeah,
Jesus.
He'd be pissed if he couldn't get 18 holes in after work every day.
Wow.
But when you're a scratch golfer, it doesn't take you that long to get around the course as long as nobody's in front of you.
Nice. I was not a scratch golfer.
No.
Their shirts are pretty good.
I know, right?
Not NFA AR-15, man and woman. SBR AR-15, man and 2 women. M16 and M203, man and 6 women. Sig brace, 2 men. Friends don't let friends buy sig braces. Stay NFA AR.
that honestly, for me, that one will never get old. I mean,
I gotta get me at 203 so I can get me 4 more bitches.
I don't own a sig brace. I don't care to own one. I sell them, but it's just I do it under protest.
Oh man, you're a sig brace merchant. Evil.
Yeah, but I'm just in it for the money. They're in it for the lulz. There's a difference.
This is a Flamen verver. It verves Flamen.
Yeah, that sounds onomatopoetic.
Oktoberfest 2016. Come und make party with us.
Where are you seeing these at? Is this a website or
TXMGO.com?
Okay.
You guys seen all the meme mags coming out of that like the He-Man mag? You guys see that one that got posted the other day?
Yeah, that was pretty glorious, actually.
He-Man mag?
Yeah. You haven't seen the one where He-Man's like,
No.
mag. Yeah.
No.
Even as a young child, I knew that He-Man was fucking stupid. And
oh, I love He-Man. He was like my favorite thing growing up. I like all the figurines and stuff, but whatever. But Southern gun that they post on and gun deals has been making them. Some of the guys in Discord have made some pretty good ones. Like Knots has a Supreme one coming. If he hasn't, I think he already has it. If you guys know what Supreme is or not, but probably not.
What?
I do.
The Supreme, like, yeah, it's a dumb hype beast thing, but you can get anything printed on the mags, and that's what's funny.
Oh.
The He-Man one's is really good though.
Oh, it's one of them brand things.
Yeah, look up Supreme Crowbar,
like,
and then you'll understand why our planet is doomed.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I understand. Our planet's doomed because it's half idiots. Okay.
Yeah, Supreme Crowbar. It's like the first thing on YouTube.
So, okay. Yeah. So when you invent a brand and you stick your brand all over your brand crap, and yeah, that's got it. It's a great way to make money because you don't have to actually do anything but like create a logo and then shill you've never shilled before, and eventually you'll be awesome and everybody will be wearing your Mossy Mo.
But at least the crowbar says shit happens.
Yeah.
Right. Well, shit happens. I assume that's a retro thing now because it was cool when I was a kid, so it must be retro at this point.
I don't think so. It's not quite memey enough.
Oh. Yeah, it'll come back one day. I'll get all my old shit happens gear out and do a bunch of exercise to fit into it.
Remember the like No Fear? What was the other one? Big Johnson t-shirts.
Fox Shocks had a thing going there for a while. But yeah, Texas. These guys are obviously not professional brandeteers, but they're doing a fine job with their Flammenwerfer shirt.
The thing about it is the AR-15 M16 buyer's guide. If they made one for the homos, they could basically double their sales or triple their sales if they did with the 2 men and the 2 women. So.
Oh yeah, well you could just repeat it with replacing females for males, and you'd be good to go. Oh wait,
I don't know if have you shot any of your subgun matches lately, Pest?
I haven't shot a match in a year probably.
Okay, I was gonna ask if Richard Lade showed up with that new 5.56 upper yet there.
He's
new hotness though. There's some other company that has one out, right?
Yeah, I saw that one, and it looks like AIDS.
Oh, does it?
Because they like canted the guns so that you can still kind of use a regular AR. Yeah, somebody posted a picture of it.
I haven't seen
terrible.
This. So here's the thing: Richard Lage did like so. I think back when I was shooting, he was right when I quit. Coincidentally, right as I stopped going to the matches, right after that, he started bringing out the prototypes for people to try out. And but 2 big Sandies ago, he shot at our spot, and he was letting people hose the fuck out of him because it was beyond the prototyping stage and was proofing the thing and making sure it worked really well. And yeah, he's in full production on that stuff now.
Yeah. I didn't put my name in yet. I should. Probably not that expensive. I haven't even looked.
Yeah. I mean, it makes your cheap machine gun a much more capable cheap machine gun. So yeah, it's worth every penny that he wants to charge for it.
$3,000 is what they cost. Huh.
What? Really?
That
seems kind of high. Is it?
I
did not know that.
Oh, no. It's the other different stupid one.
Oh.
Yeah, the picture isn't loading here. If I could fucking pull it up, I can put it in.
The Lage.
Oh, there it is. I found it. Nothin posted this other stupid one.
Classic Nothin.
Nothin knows all. That's why I have a fucking... Oh, God, this is so ugly. You'll be so disappointed. It won't even matter anymore.
It can't be that.
It is $3,000. It is $3,000.
Hold on.
From what I've seen, it's worth it. No, I mean the Lage at max 11, 13 to 15 is $3,000.
I posted in Telegram the other one I was talking about.
Oh.
And I will post it in the...
Holy shit, that's gross looking.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is that the dumbest thing you've ever seen?
Oh.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's extra retarded looking. Well, if you were in the group, you could see it.
Oh, he's not in the group.
And I can't invite you back, by the way. I tried.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Wow, that is AIDSy.
Yeah, totally.
Were they trying to achieve that grip angle though, bro? Oh, well, so it has the advantage of you get to use a regular upper, but
yeah,
oh my...
I think I kind of get the swapping of the uppers part, but anything else about it is just terrible.
It's like the Thornberry AR.
I've been pretty virulently form over function, or function over form for a long time, but yeah, that's just too stupid to... I mean, like that's literally going, ha ha, ATF, you said we could make an M11 lower be yeah, because there's not much M11 happening there. That's all fucking... We put an M16 in front of an M11.
But it's got to have some kind of linkage to the hammer, right? Because it's like a long throw to that fucking firing pin.
Yeah. But, oh man, it looks so gross.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. And the Lage ones almost look like in a regular AR.
Yeah. I mean, there's you have to there's restrictions like limitations to the whole platform. So you have a short barrel, the receiver's really long, but there's no way around that really. It's open bolt too, which is cool.
Yeah, that thing's fugly.
I had no idea he was asking $3,000 for those though. I don't know if I would pay.
You know
that.
why he's asking $3,000?
Well, because M16s are a lot of money.
Because he can. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably has. That's fine. That's that's the way that works. So your alternative is that fucking abomination that you posted, Bart.
Yeah.
Chug pipe. Why is Chug not on this? Is he? Anyway.
He never wants to join. You ask him.
Yeah,
Link's
he's
up
too
there.
busy working.
No.
Yeah, he's probably working.
He's got 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
It would look better if you put a 7.62 by 39 mag in it. You're a piece of shit for saying that.
Fuck your geometric lines. Chuck's like, that's not the thing from the video I saw the other week, is it? Because if so, I don't give a fuck how well it works. Kill it with fire. And actually, Omni's right. It would look better with a 7.62 by 39 mag in it. Holy fucking shit. It looks like somebody accidentally had a gun.
It's like some 6-year-old drew his version of it.
Yeah. It looks like all those fucking fake hate crime fucking spastikas that we see.
So, but that can't. It's not. I mean, it's not going to convert that upper into open bolt. It's DI, right? It's
Yeah, it's
a regular upper. You're not making a machine gun out of that.
That's a
right?
DI upper with a I don't know. Wow.
I mean, it'll run, but
it's putting a
I mean, Richards is a machine gun. It's
Richards is
open bolt machine gun that will operate on blowback. This here,
it's a his own bolt carrier, his own upper with a AR bolt, and I believe it's DI as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it'd have to be.
Yeah.
There's no way it'd be.
Yeah, because the bolt's got to be pretty heavy.
But much more or less retarded looking.
And you take the machine gun and you add stuff to it.
Yeah.
Take the machine gun and now put a M16 upper on it.
He should make a belt fed version.
He probably will.
Lage uppers take AR barrels and BCGs.
Yeah.
The Lage up, if he made a belt fed version, you'd think he could make the bolt a little lighter because some of the energy could be used to feed the rounds, right?
What?
So you could make the bolt a little lighter since some of the energy would be expended moving the belt.
You would, yeah, you would think. I mean,
a little bit.
Yeah. This is heavier than a AR bolt carrier, I think. This is the Shrike semi-auto bolt carrier, and it feels heavier than a regular one, but I don't know.
Is that the 9mm?
No, it's the 5.56 Shrike.
Oh.
Semi-auto bolt carrier that I paid fucking $700 to replace. Bullshit. I still got that thing cheap, but it wasn't anywhere near as cheap as I thought it was going to be, because that's disgusting that a company that like literally their business is selling M16 fucking owners an upper that's belt fed, would make a fucking semi-auto rifle with a fucking semi-auto bolt carrier in it. Pure gouging. And as I've said before, it clearly at one point was a full auto bolt carrier, and they removed some metal to make it a semi-auto and refinished it again. Fucking assholes. Anywho.
You think a fellow with a TIG welder could have rectified that?
Yeah. Threw money at it instead. Fine. I wanted it to work. It does work. Actually, I shot it at the last one.
Have you guys watched the last few episodes of South Park?
No, not
No,
really.
I haven't watched any South Park this season. I should do that. I got to
Dude,
burn
this
through a
season
bunch.
is really
Yeah.
good. You should watch it.
They all are. They haven't had a bad season yet.
Is there a new season of Rick and Morty coming?
Not yet. They signed them up for 7 new seasons.
Holy shit. They
That's a
should have
lot.
money now. They should get off their ass and make some seasons. Well, actually, if this is what the creative process takes, they should actually take their time and because
Yeah, it's worth it.
oh, Pickle Rick, holy fucking shit.
I did a Form 4 this week. Job title is Pickle Rick.
Nice. Yeah, actually, don't poke the bear. The fucking whatever Rick and Morty is doing, they should keep doing it exactly the way they're doing it because it's working fucking fantastic.
Just now that they sleep on a bed of full of money.
Right.
We were talking about that today at work. You can accomplish a lot with small teams that are highly, highly productive and
Highly
Yeah,
talented.
yeah, talented and productive.
you can.
Actually, it's probably better that way because you don't have all the fucking boat anchors at the back fucking slowing them down.
I was
It's
on
like
one of those
every
teams.
every single college project. In a
When you
nutshell.
continuously tell those teams though that they're doing an awesome job, but you totally can't afford to give them a fucking proper raise
Yeah,
because
that's the
reasons,
downside.
then fuck you, and then yeah. Anyway, and then you bring on some H-1B visas, and everybody. And then you're half your fucking job is fixing the problems caused by those people.
Yeah, it's amazing the company cultures when you switch from yeah. Some companies understand it takes people that are good at their jobs to do it, and some companies just bottom line.
Parts is parts.
Shareholders.
Doing the needful.
If you want your business to be successful, the best thing you could possibly do, though, is to put a fucking IQ test as part of your hiring process. The less morons you have fucking boat anchoring your fucking business, the better.
Yeah, I don't know if IQ test is so much good because you have smart people that are still really dumb.
Yeah. I think homework is good. We were looking for a technical support guy, pretty low position, you know.
You can have somebody who refuses to understand something, and you can have somebody who can't understand something.
That's true.
Yeah.
We interviewed this guy, and he was borderline. Like we were kind of leaning towards no, and so I did something I've done in the past, which is give him homework to do, and the fucking guy killed it.
Yeah.
You know, and he even told us after he came on board, he's like, you know, you guys helped me understand. Like I was kind of treading water, and I needed to do something different. That was cool. He's working out great.
Nice.
Very curious, very motivated.
My favorite. So I got told to do job interviews once in a while, like out of the blue, like the day before. And I'm an introvert, so like you're telling me tonight that I have to do a job interview tomorrow because some other asshole who actually does job interviews had to fucking go do something else that day or whatever. So I would walk in there and completely not go by the book because I hadn't been shown the book and ask them what they liked the most about the last project they worked on. And they would geek out for a half hour and I would fucking ask them questions about, this, give me more insight into this fucking phase of it or whatever. And I would find out whether they were competent or not immediately. And of the 5 guys I ever interviewed at the last job I had. All 5 of them got hired, and all 5 of them were fucking fantastic. It doesn't take a fucking coding test or whatever bullshit technical assessment crap that HR came up with. It's what's this person find exciting, and what can they fucking figure out? Not what can they do, what can they figure out?
Yeah, well, the HR people don't have any domain expertise, though. So
they're really good at common
They come
sense.
up with substitute tools to try to simulate that, which doesn't work very well.
So they're shitty at their jobs. They should hire better HR people. You guys suck. Hire some more HR people, and also make a help wanted sign and then post it by the door when you leave. Fucking assholes.
They have to meet their, diversity quotas and all that stuff.
I don't know what they're doing for a butthurt old man with gray hair and gun stickers on his MacBook. Whatever.
I think there's places a person like that would fit right in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like one of them round pegs?
Maybe. You hit it hard enough. Fit right in there.
Big enough hammer, right?
Yeah. If your peg is round, you just have to have the same diameter. You don't need a hammer.
Oh, that dude.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, man. I'm 20 years older than any of the guys that work for me.
Yeah. They don't make them like they used to.
Slow and forgetful.
No, just unionized.
Gotta get some of that McAfee money, bro. You should be making videos once a month, flaunting your hookers and blow.
What a guy, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, civilized world, fuck you.
Do what I want. I bought an island or whatever. Like, got a generator, got a fuel supply. Yeah.
So,
Dead air.
I think I'm going to order my safe after Christmas.
The third one?
Yeah. The baby one.
Yeah.
The little baby one.
The little baby one, huh? You really gonna get a smaller safe? No.
Yeah, I'm going to get a 4-footer.
Well, like a truck box format kind of thing, or truck
No,
box
just
format?
4 foot, 6 foot high, 2 feet deep. But instead of the 5, I'm going to get a 4. That way it won't seem, so
Audacious.
Yeah.
You didn't plan for your space.
I did not. I could take out my kid's workbench that he doesn't use anymore and put it there, I guess. I don't know.
End of an era, kid.
Daddy needs some more space. I love you, but
I wonder. At one point,
despite my ridiculous propensity for small handguns, I need a new safe.
I wonder at what point you just have your house considered your safe. I mean,
yeah,
it's
depends on how many dogs you have installed and what size of dogs.
Honestly, at a certain point, it just becomes cheaper to install fire sprinklers in your house, and just buy a vault door.
Yeah, but then you got to reinforce all the other. I mean,
yeah. So I've thought about this. Actually, I've considered it heavily. How much would it cost to get sheets of AR 500 into the laundry room and move the washing machine elsewhere, or all the laundry facilities elsewhere, and tack weld a bunch of AR 500 in place, puzzle style, inside the wall, and then put a vault door on the fucking laundry
I'm
room?
not sure you need AR 500. That
but it would be way better than, like, if you're gonna do it, you might as well fucking do it, right? So
yeah, but they have that polycarbonate backed drywall. That shit is tough as fuck.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, it depends on what you're doing. I mean, if you want simple fire protection, you put sprinklers and you just double up on the sheetrock, and you've got
simple tweaker
massively
protection.
improved fire protection. If you want tweaker protection, all you have to do is just put concrete block on either the inside or the outside, and that should keep most of the tweakers out. Or if you really want to be like super duper secret squirrel, you build 3 vault rooms in your house.
And 2 are decoys and 1
we have 2 rooms in our basement that we could put a bookshelf over that wall, and you would never know there's an entire room behind it, just as big. I've thought about that.
Or what
that's
some good stuff in the false wall door, and then like when people come by and they see a big vault door, they must think that's where the good shit is, and that room's just empty.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you, this polycarb back drywall is fucking tough as shit. I would put that up instead of I would put that up instead of the concrete block. If you use that stuff in office space, you have to notify the local fire department and tell them that it's in there, because they can't fucking bust through it.
Polycarbonate burns. oh, okay, that's true.
No,
I mean that's the core of bulletproof glass, right? So yeah. I mean,
it's probably way lighter than plugging AR 500 down and tack welding it together in your basement.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but can you imagine though if you
I mean, if
the limiting factor is probably the stud wall, though.
Well, if you want a vault / shooting range,
quarter inch AR 500, it's probably not too expensive. 8 foot by 4 foot.
If that's the case, Pez,
quarter inch.
If that's the case, Pez, why don't you just use the AR 500 as a load bearing component in your house? Make it structural.
Because you'd have to bring in a solid sheet.
Built the year I was born.
That's a good idea. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You could, but yeah, you'd have to bring in a solid sheet as you're building the house. It's just like, and if you're doing that, why not just pour concrete and rebar, because that's cheaper than putting steel in.
That's true.
True.
But you couldn't use it as a shooting range, though. If you put the AR 500 in, then you could just shoot at the walls whenever you're checking out your guns,
And then your kids will grow up with
lots of PTSD.
Learning deficiencies because they've been sniffing lead all their grown lives because it's in the air ducts of your house.
Centered copper stuff, no lead.
Yeah, there you go. Just use solid copper.
Or just use lead and not worry about it.
Because they're not going to be that smart anyway.
They used to make paint out of that shit. I probably chewed on a bunch of lead paint when I was a kid. And then my first job as a professional 18-year-old was soldering for a living. So I was fucking sniffing flux fumes all day, handling lead, and spraying down boards with isopropyl alcohol. I still can't smell alcohol to this day.
You can't smell it?
No, I mean, the whole fucking shop I was hosing down boards with diluted isopropyl to get the flux off after I'd been working on them and shit. And the whole shop would smell like fucking alcohol. Everybody would be telling me like, "Oh my god, it reeks in here. What the hell?" I'm like, "Oh, I can't smell nothing. What are you talking about?" My nose doesn't work to this day.
At least you weren't using like what is it?
Yeah, something more potent.
Trichloroethylene or whatever.
Yeah.
Carbon tet. Gets the ink off those printing plates like a tamp.
They're all out of Agent Orange down at the depot. I gotta
As much crap,
Clean.
as much crap as Carbon Tech gets, it's actually a really good product. Except it'll give you cancer.
Well, it's like
yeah.
asbestos. It's fucking excellent.
Asbestos is terrific. I think we should bring back asbestos.
It's designed parameters. Yeah.
Tried, yeah.
Just think about though how much old age looks like radiation poisoning. I mean,
Well,
we
it's the
have
same
a
process, right?
we have a fantastic fucking electromagnetic field around this planet, but it ain't that fucking good, right? So you're basically gonna die of random random fucking scrambling of your molecules to begin with. So. Ba, 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 ba.
We should do a show about guns one day.
Yeah, we started out talking about guns.
We interspersed guns in between every kid, you know. We got
We're the
back to the
best.
safe thing. We're getting close. I mean,
Yeah,
it's somewhat topical.
So my vision is you get a template guy out from the cabinet place there, and they make an accurate template of the roof of your small room, and the floor of your. Well, you don't need to do the floor because it's a slab, but the walls, and then you put in the roof first. You jack it up, and then you set in your short walls, and then you set in your long walls, and all of those things interlock so that.
You just weld them.
Welding AR-500 is typically not a good thing because it ruins the heat treat. But if you're just tack welding the corners, you're defeating grinders, you're defeating fucking pretty much anything. And after they tear all the studs out of your safe room there, or your not safe
It'll
room,
take them way longer than
yeah.
Hopefully, law enforcement shows up.
So I've looked at pictures of defeated safes, and typically it's a grinder, right? So if you got 16 gauge hardened whatever on your safe or whatever, and
it's gonna tell the wheel to fuck
I mean,
off.
if you're buying fluffy safe, you're probably way better off. But like AR-500 will defeat a fucking grinder. It's like they don't grind that shit; they water jet it or plasma cut it. So
abrasion resistant is in the name for a reason, right?
Some homie shows up with 15 cutoff discs and a fucking battery powered grinder. He's gonna go home fucking disappointed.
It's gonna go with 15 small grinding discs.
Yeah, but I've seen pictures of people who understand how gun safes work going in, and they just cut off a corner. It's a big fucking triangle, right? So cut off the upper corner and throw it on the ground, and you've gone through a little bit of sheet metal that was hard, but not harder than a grinding wheel, and then they pull out all the long guns and pull out all the handguns and go leave. And yeah,
that reminds me of a funny story. I was talking with a buddy of mine who he worked in law enforcement, and they were serving a warrant. And they go to this guy's house and they see this big gun safe. And there's a couple other gun safes in the house because the guy was a real gun nut. And they serve this warrant, and they're like, "Okay, sir, we've got a warrant to search the premises. Will you open this gun safe?" And he's like, "Fuck you." He's like, all right. So they send my guy in, and he's a little like 5'2", garden gnome sized. He's got a whole bunch of cutting wheels, and grinding wheels, and a whole bunch of other power tools. He goes in there for 45 minutes, and he makes a racket. He comes out covered in dust.
Cancer-causing dust.
Yeah, probably cancer-causing dust. And he looks back at the guys and say, "All right, go inventory everything." And he looks back at the owner and he says, "All right, so you want to tell us how we should open the other two safes?" And the guy's like, "All right, the first combination is 24 left."
Yeah. Grinding can defeat anything.
Yeah, there's enough time.
Yeah. Because you can literally put diamonds to work against anything anybody can make. So they don't make sheet diamond.
Can I make it? I'm gonna buy a diamond safe.
Sheet diamond, yeah. Hey, if somebody can make sheet diamond, they're gonna fucking rule the world because that's Well, I guess you can eventually defeat diamond with diamond, but it takes a while. Infidel was making tit cups for his fucking fantasy football league, and we used a carbide end mill to drill a hole in a glass bottle. I didn't know if it would work or not when we set out to do that, but you can totally do that.
Huh.
Without shattering it.
Yeah. Like a regular carbide end mill made for cutting steel or whatever will cut through glass, no problem.
Did you put
I did.
tape
What
on the
kind
like
of
the whole?
speeds and feeds did you run on that?
There was every glass bottle there has the depression on the bottom for pressure purposes or whatever. So if you put some water in that, it lubricates the whole works there, and you go a little slow because obviously glass is brittle, but it's less brittle than carbide apparently. Kind of funny.
Did it break out any when you came through the other wall?
No, it was fucking crystal fucking sharp.
Nice.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, according to my calculations, it should work fine, but I don't know. And yeah, ceramic mugs too.
How big a hole we talking here?
3/8.
Oh, nice.
Or a quarter, one of the two. But yeah.
And what were you doing with that?
You take yourself a vodka bottle or something. You put a tit cup on it. You know the booby mug there for your booby prize winners on the fantasy football season. There's some ode tit cups happening for multiple years. So, yeah, it's about putting a boob on top of a bottle of booze. Kind of. I don't know. I don't play, so I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
I don't have fantasies about football.
I have like 6 of them a week. It sucks.
That's all. Do you have a tit cup collection or no?
No, but
Are you a winner?
We have shitter trophies.
Mm. Yeah, I mean same thing. Yeah,
yeah. An actual we have a real trophy for the winners.
You have to wear a tutu for a year because this happened, and
yeah.
You didn't get as many points as I did. So,
ooh, yeah.
Well, gentlemen, it's been stimulating as always, but I think I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I was gonna stop the show and have the after show. So,
all right. Bye, everybody.
Are you abdicating the after show as well, or?
I am.
Oh well, all right then. Fine.
I have to do that sleep thing and get up early and then be all
chipper,
ready to go the next day.
Clearly, you haven't had.
It is 11:30 out there. It's getting late.
No, he hasn't had enough to drink.
That's been a problem.
Yeah. We have the luxury of not having to wake up to do anything. Well, after getting the kids to school, but after that,